2002-2003 season was insane between the two of you.
He made me fall. He shook me so bad one time. I said, oh, man.
Yeah, but you embarrassed my whole team when you went down on the other end and then dunked on everybody. And got a T for smacking the board.
What was it like going against each other?
I loved it because I knew I was going to get his best. There was no backing down. Like, I knew I had to come and play against this dude every single possession. And it brought the best out of me. Because, you know, you play some of these guys, some nights, you know, you could drop 40 and you don't really have to go hard. With him, yeah, you sleep on it more than you get embarrassed. So, I mean, I relished those opportunities.
I remember he had Coach Wool down in Orlando. And I came out early to say hi to Ty Lue, I think it was. And, you know, they were telling me, oh, Max ready for you, Max ready for the game. And I remember reading about you having some tightness in your back. I said, yeah. And I said, yeah, how's his back? Oh, so he's ready for you. I said, is he going to be fine when I hit him in that? So I'm going to check.
Yeah?
I'm going to check that back.
I had like 21 in the first half. I could have swore this dude, I think I came up, got a rebound. And when I went down, he jumped up behind me, and I swear I got an elbow on my back. I swear I got an elbow on my back. And I had a contusion. I was out. I had a contusion. I was like, yo, he did that because I was cooking in the first half, right? And I was like, damn.
He is competitive, drinking a cup of coffee. Hey, listen, you know that's going to happen.
I just wanted to test the back out, see how healthy it is.
But I mean, I can't answer for him, but I was watching him from afar when I was in Orlando, especially the 02-03 season when I led the league in scoring. And this dude rung off like 9 straight 40 points. I was like, oh, hell no, I can't let him come get me for the scoring title. I might not win a championship this year, but I'm damn sure getting this scoring title.
I always wish if I had one player to play with, it was this guy. Because he could do everything I could do, but he was taller.
You would have liked that too.
When I talk to kids about that, that's what I tell them. They ask about the hardest player I ever had to defend. I said, it's pretty easy when it was Tracy, because he could do everything I could do.
But again, all of that stuff came from him, though. Like us training together as young pups and seeing how he worked. And then watching him as he became this, you know, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. The footwork, right? How he approached the game. I took a couple of his moves. And I'm going to sit here and say it, he don't have to. I know he took a couple of my moves. One move in particular, I see it all the time when he was playing. I was like, okay, yeah. We the only two guys that do that right there.
All right, so let's take this to present day, because since the NBA-ABA merger, there are only 3 humans on Earth who have had these crazy scoring streaks of 30 points or more over and over and over again. You had it 14 games in a row, you had it 16 games in a row, and James Harden, of course, crazy streak this season. What do you think of what he's doing right now?
Well, I'm not a fan of in terms of winning championships. I don't think that style is ever going to win championships. But at the same time, you have to keep your team's head above water to win games. So you have to do what you have to do to win games, and he's doing that, right? Now, I think...
So are you saying you don't think James Harden and the Rockets, as constructed, can win a title?
Not with this style of play, it won't win, right? With one player dominating the ball. Now, when you have Chris Paul come back and you have more movement to the offense, where you move guys around, where you're harder to find.
And Chris Paul's back, but you mean more in the...
Yeah, because listen, if you take one player, you put him at the top of the key, or you put him on the wing, and you're running screen rolls, you're always in front of the defense. The defense can key on that, particularly in the playoffs. And that's easy to defend.
Yeah.
It's easy to defend. Now, what he's doing is absolutely remarkable, though. And I think it's a testament to how remarkable it is, because people are now trying to minimize what it is that he's doing. I mean, he's doing some phenomenal stuff, man.
I could ask you about Anthony Davis. You went on the radio once and said you wanted to be traded from LA. What do you think of AD wanting out of New Orleans?
He's got a right to do what the hell he wants to do. I mean, listen, it's, you know, teams have the right to trade players, sign players, do whatever they want, and they can speak their piece, do whatever they want. Players should have the freedom to be able to say and voice their opinion.
I mean, at some point, you know, you spend 6 or 7 years and you feel like you're not competing for a championship. Like, at some point, you're going to want to get the hell out of there and go to an organization that is serious about winning. I dealt with that, right? I dealt with that in Orlando. You want to win. You see, you know, your contemporaries winning championships. You see your friends winning championships. And, you know, that's the ultimate goal.
All right, so Mr. Laker,
Yeah.
how aggressive should this week's Los Angeles Lakers be about getting Anthony Davis?
You know, great basketball players don't make good GMs.
So said the guy who was Magic Johnson running his franchise.
He's the president.
Do you want your team to make a big push for AD? How aggressive should they be?
It depends on what you're trying to accomplish and what your long-term objectives are. Now, by signing LeBron, you're already making an indication that you want to win that, right? So I think it'd be a smart thing to do for the Lakers to look at that, right? But at the same time, you got to play a little bit of poker, right?
I want to ask you about LeBron. I don't think it's a coincidence that he had the worst stretch of games out, the worst injury of his career went after he turned 34. You snapped your Achilles at age 34. What do you think LeBron's timeline is and the pressure that puts on the Lakers in terms of their overall timeline?
He's fine. I mean, it just depends how he adapts his game. Right? Because at some point you have to evolve. So the speed and the power that he's used to playing with has to change, which he can, because now he has the God-given size to be able to adapt and go to below the free throw line, use more of a power game. You know, Magic did a lot of that.
Right.
Magic at 6'9" went down to the post a lot, attracted double teams down to him, made plays from there. And he's more than capable of doing that and playing for a long, long time.
So Michael Jordan played when he was 40. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played when he was 40. Vince Carter is out there playing when he's 42.
Still
Do you guys think, maybe I could still go back out there and do it?
I played one pickup game and hurt. I tried at the house Monday. I was playing. Hurting. No.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I wanted to, I could. I don't want to.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
The love is gone.
If I wanted to, I could. You diet, you got to really, really obsess about it. You can do it. With the technology, nutrition, studies, all the things that you have now, you can certainly do it. I just don't want to. I mean, Vince is out there windmilling, man. It's like, I think you should enter the dunk contest.
Man, come on. Don't get on that with her, bro.
Seriously. I mean, be 42-year-old dunk contest champion.
Bro.
Come on, man. How amazing.
You trying to say here's a killer.
Oh, hold on. This guy was doing stuff back in the day these kids still can't do to this day.
No.
Thank you. Can you look at the camera and tell him? Because Vince told me the other day he wasn't going to do it.
He should. You should.
Man,
you another one. Have you seen the dunk contest these last few years?
You know what I thought about? Because I know he participated in, what was it, 97 dunk contest?
Yeah.
And we had the lockout, the next year?
Yep.
You and Vince? You think you would have got it in?
No. Why? I will enter the things I know I can win.
See, that's why I didn't want to get in.
Nope.
Why? Zach answer is like, why?
I'm not going to have Vince Carter beat me. It's not going to happen.
So these two guys, now that you're sitting here, 40 years old, 39 years old, you look back on all of this. Is there anything you'd tell these guys before we go?
Yeah, in this day and age, we should try to figure out a way to trade and play with each other.
Yeah, right. For real. Like,
That's what we should have done.
We should have been talking about that at that age right there, man. How can we get on the same team?
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Bryant against McGrady.
When you guys first got to know each other as teenagers, did you recognize right away you were kind of kindred spirits in the way you approached the game?
Well, yeah, but he was freakishly more athletic and taller than I was.
And I had to get his work ethic. Yeah, because I was a little bit more reserved and never been around, somebody work as hard as he did. And I learned that from him. Yeah, I had the athleticism, but the work ethic part I had to get from being around him.
So how old were you when you guys met?
I was 18, he was 19.
Right, because you're a year ahead.
Yeah. This is when I knew, okay, he likes to play mind games, and he always trying to get an edge on whoever, his opponents, whatever. I don't care if I'm his friend, whatever. Right. So, I told him, I said, I'm about to go work out. And he was like, what are you going to work out for? You're in the off season, like, you don't need to work out. And I'm looking at him like, okay. So, all right, go back to my room, change.
Take it easy.
Chill for a minute. I go to the weight room. Who's in there? This dude. This dude. And I'm looking like, what?
We're starting off with New Edition Flash picking up the dominating win against Luckershot with 19 points from Galaxy Opal James Worthy. Turn Up Defense gets a narrow victory with 13 of his own from Worthy and 11 from that pink diamond J.R. Smith. It was TJ's day against Valor, getting 12 team steals and 17 from Diamond Danny Granger in a close one. Mr. Hollywood, using only his starting 5 the entire game, takes down Captain Waka by 22.
On the other side of the bracket, the 16 seed defeats the 1 as Bezos drops 26 with Wilt and 25 with Kirilenko in this high-scoring game. Skip to My Lou takes out Goza with a Galaxy Opal scoring party, dropping 34 between Wilt and Worthy. All Hail Trey spreads the scoring around the entire lineup in an 8-point win in the first round, while FMB advances to the second round against Shockey.
In the 2-15 matchup, Slimane wins by 24 off 28 points from Pink Diamond Giannis. Goggles, scoring 17 with 20th anniversary Magic Johnson, advances to the second round, as does Jinsanity, scoring a tournament high of 33 with Diamond Danny Granger. Feedbrook also advances in a tight one with a 1-point victory, Giannis and Worthy each racking up 18 points.
Globetrotters gets the win against Majestic off 22 team assists. Steven Center drops 23 with Granger to get past the class guy. And Oh Yeah I Compete held off Demons 15 from JR and 13 from Weber to advance. To wrap up the first round, Bob defeats Ramo with 19 from both Kirilenko and Anthony Davis. With a win margin of 18 points, I got a chance to catch up with Bob in the midst of the tournament.
Congrats on your win. I'm just calling you to see how you're feeling after your win against Let's Get It Ramo.
Thank you very much, man. And I'm pumped up after that win. I'm ready to go into my next game and win again.
I bet you are. Pretty good win. What was your strategy going into the game? How were you able to pull it out?
It was the defense first and the offense comes, but after the defense, that was my game plan. Just play good defense.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to one of the most exciting events of All-Star Week, the NBA Dunk Contest. We're thrilled to bring it to you. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. What's always interesting about the athletes competing, the sheer explosiveness, but also the creativity. It takes a long time to come up with some of these dunks, a lot of preparation. You better believe the guys are ready to wow these judges. Looking at the NBA Dunk Contest, Kenny, wing players seem to have an advantage. Most recent winners stand between 6'5" and 6'7".
Yes. Well, it's always been that way because you can see the space under their feet when they jump better. Where a big guy, even though he's jumping higher at times, the illusion isn't there. So you get the illusion of flotation when you have wing players.
Well, you didn't say that to the 1 7-footer that you gave my nickname to when I was sitting.
Who was that?
Anyway, then you have these sub 6-footers.
Superman is
Nate
in the
Robinson
building.
and Spud
Dwight
Webb and all
Howard.
that. I don't know, Ernie.
Dwight Howard.
Can you give me that? Can you give me that theme song?
You better than I'd say it.
All-Star action is on the menu tonight. This is Kevin Hart alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And this place is going crazy. Tonight, the dunk contest. And from the looks of this great competition, it is shaping up just as we had hoped. It's going to have some high-flying action and some big-time jams.
How many great memories have we gotten from the dunk contest over the years? I mean, it always produces some terrific moments.
And guys, I think we're going to get more of those this year. In fact, I guarantee it. I think with this field, I think we're in for some fireworks.
And the first guy up, that can be a little out of pressure.
Yeah, it's on you, Kevin, to really get the crowd going, so you want to make a statement right away.
And I think you hit it right on the head there, Clark, because you want to set the tone for what's to be coming afterwards.
right-hand throw.
Right, exactly. Left hand through the legs to the right while jumping over his butt.
That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. And here we go with Donovan Mitchell. Second up, looking to make some noise with his first dunk of the night.
Here he comes. That was wicked. That was wicked. The self-toss, catch it through your leg, and on the way down, you pound.
Does that look like the East Bay Funk dunk by Isaiah Ryder?
Yeah, similar. Brings back memories.
Yeah,
that was strong. I like that.
That was good. You're right. That was good. Coming up third, let's see what he's got. Good, basic, high flying, big acceleration.
Yeah, all of the above, but nothing to really get your heart racing.
We're still in our seats. Adding cleanup, he's looking to close out the first round of dunks with a bang. All right, Clark, there it is again. Same doggone dunk with the sun.
Kevin, I can't add any more than what you said. You said it all.
Yeah, I mean, nothing different. So, moving right along.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention to what he didn't see that.
They want some advice. Come on over here.
We got plenty of advice. We can't dunk, but we can certainly help you figure out what you need to do to try to win this here.
Jones has got a decent lead going for him as round one is in the books.
Yeah, and he can push that lead even further, but he's going to have to step it up a notch.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because you don't want to put yourself out there to where you risk now that lead.
Back to first. Let's see his second dunk of the night. Sure, look at that. Oh, he's moonwalk. He moonwalked.
Cartwheels through a ball. He had two of them down. Cartwheel between them and took the last one.
Wow. And here we go with Donovan Mitchell. Okay, he was second up. Now his second dunk of the night. What was that going on here, Clark? And he's the third dunker in the order, getting ready for dunk number two.
And now he's getting ready to launch. And
I'm anxious to see what he comes up with here.
Yeah, he just took it off. He just took it right off his head. And then, did he go through his legs? He go through his legs after he took it off his crops.
He jumped over the guy.
Oh, he jumped over. It was actually in one motion. In one motion, as he jumped over him, he was so high he didn't take the ball off of his head through his legs. That's what he did. Wow.
Last in the order. Once again, he's back in action.
Oh, my.
Took that one up to the
And he switched hands, Kevin.
The extension.
Wound it with one and then went to the left. He had it with one, and he looked like he went through his legs on it.
That is nice. Jones has got himself out in front after the second round.
It's a lead, but it's not much of one. I think he'll need to pull off something special to keep it.
There's no doubt, and I think in his mind, I got a sense he's got got something special still left in the tank.
And with a sensational dunk here right now, Clark, you have to think he'll take the win.
Yeah, he's clearly in the lead right now after that strong start.
And also, you know, listen, we all want to see that defining dunk, but he's had a couple here early. I think right now, to your point, Clark, he just needs to be solid and give us something to kind of tease us a little bit as we move forward.
Check this out. Check this out.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
Yeah, I think he just lost his balance.
Aborted takeoff.
Yep, that's exactly.
And here we go with Donovan Mitchell. Final dunk for him, third from last of the night.
Check this out. Check this out. Fairly pedestrian here. Let's see. Self-toss. Self-toss. Elevate. Oh, he did go through the leg.
Not easy.
But it's not something we haven't seen, so it just doesn't give you that ooh and ah effect. Nice, but not extraordinary.
But clean, again, a nice clean dunk. And, you know, sometimes we get numb.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's the problem. Yeah. We get numb sometimes. This stuff is phenomenal.
It is.
All of it is phenomenal.
No, well said. I agree with you.
Second from last, his final dunk of the night. And we get another now. All right, clean, easy.
Yeah.
Not easy.
No, not easy. It's difficult. A little harder than you think because he went against his body there. Bounced it, elevated, caught it, and then threw it down while spinning away.
And our last contestant looking to finish big. Display of high-flying dunking creativity and athleticism. That's what our new dunk champion showed us here tonight.
And the right choice was made there, guys. No doubt about it. He was phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And those were some incredibly ambitious dunks he attempted, and he was able to nail them.
And it's been a joy to be here to witness some of the incredible dunks we've seen. Unbelievable athleticism. And to share with everyone here and watching at home. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time.